YouTubers, welcome back. GhostCob is coming to you today with something brand new, something I've never done before on my channel, and I'm really excited to do it. It is a bourbon review. You have already probably read the title, so you know what you're in for. We are going to be reviewing none other than Evan Williams bourbon. Now, Evan Williams does claim to be the first distiller in Kentucky. It is a straight bourbon whiskey. It is 43% alcohol, and it is distilled and bottled in Bardstown, Kentucky. Here's what the bottle looks like. I've already been dipping into it, as you can see, over the last couple of weeks, probably about a week or so I've had this. Now, this was suggested to me by none other than Olivewood Piper, aka Pops. He told me that it is a fantastic bourbon for the price, and it was a very inexpensive bourbon. I think I paid $15 for this bottle here in Pennsylvania, and that's really cheap. That is really cheap for that big of a bottle. So it is a sour mash bourbon. So we're going to open it up here, and we're going to smell the bottle, and then we're going to pour a little and go from there. So, wow. It is extremely oaky out of the bottle. Yet there's like a touch of like a sweetness. I also, you can taste that like that rough bourbon alcohol, you know, that burningness. You can smell that, if that makes any sense. So we got our glass with a rock in it. Put a little in it. There's just a touch. I'll put the cap on it here. I don't want to run a risk of spilling her. We don't allow that. And folks, at $15 a bottle, you can afford to drink this at a, you know, put this out at a picnic or something like that. And then that way, if somebody takes it and doesn't like it or isn't a bourbon drinker but wants to try it or whatever, it's no harm, no foul if they're, you know, if you're dumping it at the end of the night at a picnic or a barbecue or something like that. So now we have it in a glass with some ice. That's different. That's a lot different. I don't smell the burning as much, like the alcohol part of it. I smell woodsiness, and I smell vanilla. Yep. That's what I get out of it. That's weird. That's pretty good, though. All right, here we go. Cheers. Surprisingly enough, as kind of as harsh as like rubbing alcohol as it smells, it's actually kind of smooth. Now I get a sweetness of like a honey. You definitely get the oakiness. The oakiness is hardcore up front. I get a touch of vanilla. And it burns on the end, which is really weird. Like on the finish, it burns. Let's try the old Kentucky Chew, as they call it. Now, the woodsy note's still there. The honey is still there. The vanilla comes more to the front when you chew it. And you still get that burn on the end. However, the burn starts a little sooner when you chew it. For me. That's a pretty good bourbon. It isn't bad. Evan Williams is a very big sponsor of the PBR, which is the Professional Bull Riding Circuit. You always see a lot of their stuff there. And I've always kind of wanted to try it, I guess, but never really thought about it. And then when it was suggested to me, I thought, well, why not? So I want to thank Olivewood Piper for suggesting it. I'm going to give him a shout out. I'll put his name and link in the root cellar, along with another good friend of mine and a fellow bourbon drinker. And that is Jared, a.k.a. Carving Piper. Carving Piper is phenomenal. If you guys are into watching somebody hand carve stuff out of wood, or, he does some pipe stuff. He even does, I think, a little bit of bourbon stuff. I definitely highly suggest you check his channel out as well. Guys, thanks so much for stopping in. I hope you enjoyed this review of Evan Williams Bourbon. And I very highly suggest you get yourself a bottle and give her a shot. So until we can get together and pack a pipe or smoke a great cigar, let all that you do be done in love. Yo, take care and God bless.